Welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. It is Sunday, September 25th, 1:35 p.m. here in the Arizona desert. Well, interesting stuff in the market going on. Let's just rock through and check it out. I wanted to mention, of course, up front, we're going to look at some coins that are kind of on the hot, that are we're going to look at some coins that are on the hot list from blockchain education. So we have a weekly call. We go over a bunch of coins that are and cryptos that are looking good that we're actively trading. And I'm going to just rock those real quick and see how some of them look. Also give you an idea of how we look at them. So it's going to be quick. So I'll just point out that there is a link over here at not blockchain education, but Bitcoin Daily View. Also in the description, click on my little affiliate link there. I make a few dollars if you join. It's true. But anyway, here's the deal. Let's look at the market. Let's look at the hot list coins for blockchain education, and then we'll get out of here. Look at some news real quick. It's kind of a boring weekend in the market, but not exactly. And I'm going to show you why, okay? So, boom. First of all, Bitcoin trading volume. It's at 4.1 billion right now. Last 24 hours, that's super low compared to recently. Looking at spot trading pairs on the major exchanges, all the spot trading pairs are in the red, basically as in they've been decreasing. You can see the 7-day graph. We're kind of sideways, slightly down right now. I've watched volume pick up a little bit, but it's been in the red all day. So not looking too hot there. Volume very low. Looking at the longs versus shorts, looking basically at derivatives on Binance, it's 31 billion. You got to have 50 billion to even show up for work. So volume dreadfully low right now. Yes, here we go. Looking at the top 100. Well, first of all, Bitcoin coming in at 18,935 right now. That's on some exchanges. You'll see that in some places it's still above or a little bit lower than that. Anyway, 18,935 is what we're seeing it here at live bitcoincharts.com. So under 19K at this moment. It's Sunday. That's kind of weak. Looking at the top 100 cryptos underneath here, do we have any in the green? Yes. Tokenized exchange, TKX, whatever that is up 7%. Radix is up 1%. Other than that, in general, kind of a red day in the market. Yesterday was definitely better. Cosmos Hub is up 3%. That's Atom. That's on our hot list over at Blockchain Education. And Leo token, now Leo, it's up like 1.6%, and XRP is up just barely, almost 1%. Binance, is that a BS? Never mind. Who cares? Binance stablecoin up doesn't mean anything. All right. Looking at longs versus shorts, longs are 69%, and shorts are 30% for Bitcoin. On Binance, that's a long bias for sure, 70% versus 30%. So 70% positive, that's good. So we have quite a nice long bias right now on Binance with longs. For Ethereum, we have 35% long, 34% short. So a pretty strong long bias for Bitcoin and almost as strong a bias for Ethereum. We'll look at the futures to get an idea of what we think is going to happen Monday. I can tell you right now, they're just barely in the green, so that's probably why we have such a strong bias. Looking at Bitcoin right here, this Fibonacci sequence starts back September 6th. As you can see, we ran up. It was really glorious. We were up there around like, what was it, like 22,798. What if we had sold then? Would have been great, huh? Anyway, boom! It dumped like crazy. We could not really hold the 618 here. And we've been down between the bottom and the 786 ever since. But luckily, we have kind of grabbed a hold of that. This is a 45-minute chart. So we're looking at a lot of data, a lot of range here. So we're just barely holding on to that 200 moving average. Let's see what happens. It'd be nice to get above that. As we start the new week, we'll see what happens. Looking at a 4-hour chart, though, you can see. Oh, it didn't just crash things. Let's see. Looking at the 4-hour chart, you can see. Actually, let me bring that in. For our chart's a little bit cleaner, and as you can see, we had this plummet that started on the 13th of September. Couldn't hold the 618 golden pocket. Now we're between the bottom and the 786. Looking at indicators, one thing I will note is that we definitely are below the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. Nice and pretty darn below that 200 moving average, but the 200 moving average is right there in the 618 golden pocket. So that's kind of nice. We could see a rally if we get above like a 21,000. Yeah, basically we're actually even around like a 20,200 even would get us above that 200 moving average and back in that 618 golden pocket or just above it. So that's kind of exciting. If we and that rally could certainly possibly happen if next week is good. One of the nice things that I do see here is when we hit the bottom of this range, that basically you can see by the fib sequence got started back here on 6th of September. Every time we hit it, boom, we get some nice velocity up. That's what these purple candles mean when you have 3 positive candles in a row. That's an indicator called Candles by Sam. You can see it over at Bitcoin Daily View. Just look there and scroll down and you'll find it. Or just search for it in TradingView, Candles by Sam. I believe it's called, Candles by Sam. And when you get 3 candles in a row going down, it's yellow. And when you get 3 candles in a row going up, it's purple. Or that's how I see it. So let's see what happens. We definitely got to get back above the 786. But right now, I mean, if you think about it, as I look at this, we are kind of, I mean, this is really, which I oftentimes speak of, this is real, real kind of whale territory right here. If they're setting this up, they're gonna play a game like this. Now I'll go through all this stuff really quick because I know it's weekend. We all want to have a good time. Don't want to be sitting here looking at charts, but they'll do this, and then they come up here, and right here is where they are selling. Boom, and then down here is where they are buying. And if you're a whale and you're in that conference call, allegedly, what's going on. So this is really like this is perfect. This is perfect ranging for the whales. They love this kind of stuff. So just watch what happens. If we get back to the 786, I would definitely expect to start seeing some weakness and maybe a rejection. Delete these things here. Yeah, boom, boom. So if we get back to the 786, watch for weakness. We might come back down to the bottom of this range that we've been playing with here. And then, of course, we get to the bottom of the range and you see a reversal. You can figure we're probably going to go back to the top of it. So really, this is kind of whale territory right here. We're just indecisive right now. We're sideways, not actually pumping or plummeting. So let's see what happens. I guess even the whales are waiting for Monday to see what happens. In general, the indicators are just kind of crap for the 4-hour chart, and they don't look that great for the 45-minute chart either. So in general, Bitcoin loping along sideways. Maybe we'll get back into ranging as this week gets started. We'll see what happens. Let's look real quick. These are all coins that we're watching over Blockchain Education. This is kind of our hot list. So what I'm going to do, because it will take forever to go through every one of these, just going to look at the green ones right now, okay? Link BTC. As you can see, here's the thing: a lot of these are playing against BTC because as BTC plummets or goes sideways, some alts are definitely still making money. So you can get a nice, really high percent of run playing against BTC right now, because even when it dumps, some alts just don't give it all back, and you actually stay in profit. And against USDT certainly works also, but really there's some mad crazy gains you can get trading against Bitcoin right now. The only thing is you got to be careful, of course, because Bitcoin might, we might hit the week and just start plummeting again. So let's see what happens. If you're a USDT trader, all of these are probably going to be pretty good in USDT. Just check them out there and trade accordingly. But we're looking at BTC right now. Link versus BTC crossed that 200 moving average back on September 23rd. Been going up ever since. Right now, as you can see, the squeeze indicator is going down. Directional index is going down. ADX is going down. So I'm going to wait for that to actually turn back up. This definitely, even if you were somewhat daring, it wouldn't be a bad spot to buy. Not financial advice, entertainment purposes only. Always and forever. I'm a crazy person in his bedroom, so don't don't listen to me. All right. But I'd almost, if I wasn't a little bit shaky about Monday, and I'll tell you why at the end of this, I'd probably get in right now, because this, as you can see, one of the things you can always look at, you can kind of see where we've got this and 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 got this. Now, if I grab that pattern and I move it, if I move it gracefully, by golly, what do you got? Sawtooth pattern going up. What do you think is probably going to happen? I would just wait for the chart to confirm that. Anyway, so there you go. Let's look at another green one. ING BTC. This thing ran like crazy today. It's retracing. It's coming back down here to the moving 8, probably around 956 sats. Probably see it start to move back up again. This is huge institutional money, I think, kind of burst in. Let's look at the 4-hour chart. You'll really see it there. Yeah, massive institutional buying came in. I think this chart looks great. It pumped too hard. It's gonna retrace down to the 8 moving average, which is around here on the 4-hour chart. It's around like 907 sats. On the 45-minute chart, it's around like 950 sats or so. So, I'd wait for this one to retrace a little bit. It very well may continue up. Its indicators are looking really, really great. Atom versus BTC, pump today, dump today. Broke the 200 moving average, was moving up really strong, hit the 314, crossed it, got a blue diamond merit badge, and of course got rejected. Now we'll see what happens. I wouldn't trust this one. Indicators look all right, but we got to see a bounce at the 200 moving average and break above this 314, or I wouldn't get in it. Atom versus BTC ran good today, but I think that might have been it. Cake BTC. This guy's had a beautiful. I made this channel a while ago, and I extended it out a little bit. What I'm kind of watching for with Cake versus BTC is if it you do this upwards channel that it had before. You can kind of see where it found the bottom of the channel kind of became resistance. If it can get back in that channel and continue moving up, Cake BTC might just keep on rolling. I'm a little bit worried about it right now because it's kind of sideways, but so is Bitcoin. Indicators look like we could see a possible turn up. Cake is a beautiful one to get in with some BTC and just let it run. What else we got here? NEBL versus BTC. Very, very bursty. The thing is, here was a great 200 moving average cross right here and a blue diamond merit badge. If you gotten in, bam, these bursts, any one of these bursts here, gosh, could have made you some serious money. So with that said, this guy is bursty. I kind of like the way it runs when it gets going. Watching the indicators, they've turned down. They're beginning to turn back up. Directional X is in the green, ADX is turning up. Squeeze indicators beginning to show some positive action. Binary candles are all still blue. I'm liking it. So I'm not going to quite hop in it yet. I'm kind of waiting for Monday morning, to be honest with you, but this is definitely one, NEBL versus BTC. I'll be watching. Like I say, if you want to trade against Tether, just look how it's doing against Tether. It should probably be somewhat similar. PHB BTC, now one screwed, dead. QLC BTC, sideways, kind of dead. I'll look at the green ones here. Alpaca BTC, thing about Alpaca BTC that I like, what's going to move me on this one is this. You can see what happened back here. Brush. Let me get you can see where it broke the 200 moving average. Got a blue diamond merit badge, and then bam, it exploded. Right now, looking a little bursty again. Of course, it's done it before and failed, but really here we are. We're on the 45-minute chart here, and we're riding. Oops. I want to go Alpaca. Sorry about that. Alpaca. Sorry. Everything's going wrong here. One sec. Bam. Bam. Okay. Boom. So we'll see what happens. It's hugging that 200 moving average. As you can see, it can definitely get kind of crazy. It can really get bursty. These are great gains if you have like a trailing take profit in, definitely this is a beautiful play right here. We're hugging that 200 moving average. It's breaking below it. Market's getting kind of weak. It is Sunday. I'm going to watch what happens. This thing is in the right spot to possibly have another one of these little bursts. Just watch it. Trade at your own risk. Indicators are not extremely exciting, but they're not really depressing either. I'm going to watch this crazy thing here, especially if we start to see that's a nice spike of volume that came in. How's the 4-hour chart look? On the 4-hour chart, it's really nice. We're seeing about the 200 moving average. As you can see, we made a 200 moving average bounce. We kept a sideways action, burst, kept sideways, burst, coming back down. This is rather interesting, and you can see what I see this as is like institutional money came in, big money pushed it up. They probably want to keep it where it's at. How's the squeeze indicator doing? Watch this 4-hour squeeze indicator to begin. It's starting to go in the right direction. Binary candles are still good. Directional index is looking good. ADX is good. The thing in general is looking pretty good. I'm just kind of hard to get a read on where exactly Alpaca is, but definitely one to watch, especially on the 45-minute chart. You see a nice break above that 200 moving average here on the 45-minute chart and some velocity here in the indicators. And it might be a play to put a tight stop in and watch. Because if we get one of those nice explosions, that's wonderful money. ENS, BTC, boring. All right, what else is green? RLC, BTC. It looks like it might be getting ready for another run, but it's well below the 200 moving average. Forget it. PNT, BTC. It's above the 200 moving average. It's held it this weekend. It's looking kind of good. Definitely it's going to go for a cool off. It probably might be ready in a day or two. APE, BTC, 45-minute chart. It ran up starting on the 17th of September, made a great run. Madrid ribbons went red, made a pump off that 314 moving average, got rejected by the 200 moving average. It's dumping hard. APE's not too exciting, at least at the moment. Data, BTC, 45-minute chart. It's been holding above the 200 moving average ever since like 15th of September. Look at these beautiful spikes that it's got. I'm watching this one here. If the indicators don't look too bad, I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of this one. How's the 4-hour chart look? 4-hour chart's kind of nice and consistent on the way up. It's pushing top of the RSI cave. I don't know. I'm just going to watch it. Check it out yourself. See what you think. Definitely. These wicks that we see, especially if this guy began to turn up, which it kind of is. If we saw like the directional index begin to get some positive green action and the squeeze indicator begin to trend back up, binary candles do that, the KRI get back in the green, and the stochastic RSI start moving up, and we see some boom like some yellow candles, red candles, see some actual volume coming in. This definitely could be a trailing take profit, and you can maybe grab one of those wicks if it runs, and that would just be glorious money. XRP BTC. Honestly, this chart looks great to me. Little weak. It's Sunday. It needs to kind of break above here, as you can see. It's kind of got a bit of a top here, but it is making, if we do look at it, it is making, it's kind of exciting in that you've got like, for a while, you got a lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, maybe a lower high here. I'd watch it to break above this kind of zone here around, right about where it is, around 2644. When it starts getting to like 22700, it's something to watch. It's not really pushing the RSI cave. Trade at your own risk. I'm not really excited about it, but it does look like it's probably going to continue up. For fun, let's look at XRP versus USDT. I like this one because you can play it almost anywhere. Chart looks about the same. So XRP versus USDT might be a play too. If it's something you want to trade, definitely watch it Monday. Maybe we'll see another run up. But I would wait for it, like I say, to get above. Obviously it's kind of, we kind of see a top here. It needs to break through. A better chartist than I would probably see. And forgive me that I know there's a tool to actually make these things. So forgive me for not knowing where the crap that is. I'll find out. I'll look again. But do note though, you've got your a lot of people, they draw like this. Bonk bonk. You got your that, and then somebody would have a name for this, and I forget what it is. Was that like a descent? Not exactly a descending wedge or not, but just watch what happens. We're kind of at a breakout if you think about it right now. Anyway, guys, actually, because you could also have drawn it like this and say you're kind of breaking out right now. Anyway, guys, I will not belabor it. Let's keep moving. XLM, BTC, it's not looking too bad. It's been staying above the 200 moving average from the 45-minute chart. I like it. It's dumping right now. Indicators are, but not too exciting. But watch XLM, Stellar, basically, for a bounce off the 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart. That very well might happen even this weekend or Monday or something like that. COMP versus BTC, holding the line, thinking about the 200 moving average, looking strong. I like these indicators. They look pretty darn good to me on the 45-minute chart. This guy will probably turn up and keep going. Just a little bit worried right now, a little bit hesitant. I kind of want to wait for Monday morning to open in the markets before I get into things right now, because look at that. It's kind of the same thing that we saw XRP doing. It's kind of, things are going sideways, and I'd rather see, I get more excited when stuff's doing, as far as entries, I kind of get more excited when I see opportunities like this where it's moving up. Right now we're doing the sideways action here, and that's just not it's not a place I like to get involved. Put it that way. What else we got here? Anybody green? BNX, BTC. Watch for 200 moving average break. Indicators are not that awful. Maybe it'll move. Like I say, this is kind of like been the weekend for a lot of stuff. Definitely has been where we just are basically just running kind of sideways. Whoa, that was wild. What indicator is that? I don't want that one. I want a rectangle. There you go. See, actually, you can kind of see, isn't that kind of a perfect whale range right there, by sell the top, buy the bottom, just kind of hug that in there, and there you go. There's a lot of people who right now are scalping towards the end of the week. I saw people who were scalping like this, where they would just notice a range and just start scalping it. It's more of a smart move if you have an upwards channel that you're scalping like that, but it does work sideways too, just a bit more risky. Those are the ones that I see in the green. Sorry from a little bit low energy. I'm excited enough. Okay, it's just it's not. It's an exciting market, and it's not exciting right now. Here's fan tokens. This is something somebody pointed out. Over at Blockchain Education this morning, he mentioned that the fan tokens are doing really good. And look at this, a 200 moving average break back on 22nd of September. Thing has been moving up like crazy. It pumped today. It's kind of relaxing a little bit today. It's pumping again. Big institutional volume coming into this. Indicators look great. This is Lazio, Lazi. O versus USDT. I looked at these against USDT just because they're moving so strong. You can look at them against BTC also. I just felt like looking at these against USDT. Anyway, Lazio versus USDT. This thing is wonderful. Moving up, pushing down the RSI cave, bounced off. It's starting to look good. If this is a nice looking trade, I have no reason to think this one would not continue on up. Do a parallel channel, because you can kind of even do a bit of a upwards channel, and you can see what this thing is doing. So right now we're coming back to the heartbeat here. So I'd be watching this one. I'm not going to get into it right now. I'm kind of going to wait and see what happens, but I would expect this thing to do something like this. Maybe come down, bounce again, go back up like this, something like that, continue. Maybe it'll bounce up from here, but if it does, it's fine. I'll catch it on the way back down and see if it bounces either at the heartbeat or the bottom of the channel. So I like this one. It's looking pretty good. Santos versus USDT. As you can see, this thing is beautiful. Also, got a lot of volume coming into this one. Santo, SANTO versus USDT. This guy here, if we do a channel, you can even see what it's doing. It looks like it may very well bounce at the bottom of this channel. That's kind of nice. These indicators look good. Definitely could see a bounce right here. That would be fairly exciting. I like that. So Santos versus BTC. These are all on Binance, but you may find these on they are on other exchanges too. Some of them, so they may be where you can trade them also. They're not only on Binance. I chart them on Binance because it has the most volume. I think it makes the best charts, but I don't trade everything on Binance. Actually, I don't trade anything on Binance because US users can't use it if they're good people, right? Unless you're sneaking with a there's ways people do it, but I wouldn't know how that happens. Anyway, upwards channel looking beautiful. It wicked above it wicked right out of the channel once again, which it's kind of done before. Hitting that heartbeat. It's getting back to the 8 moving average. Definitely looking at what's going on. I could see a turn up here, but I'm going to wait for a little bit more confirmation before doing anything with that. Mainly, it's just I just don't want to really trade this Sunday. I just feel this is like the lowest volume we're going to see. Monday morning is going to be a change in direction. It's going to be either pump or dump, probably for Bitcoin. I doubt it's going to open sideways, So let's see what happens, and we'll look at what we think is going to happen Monday. Once again, I like this guy here. You could do a channel here. Look at this beautiful upward channel we've got going. Look at that, how that's playing out. Wonderful. This is going to go to the bottom of this channel and bounce. The indicators would look like, we're starting to cool off a little bit here on the indicators. So watch this one, Porto versus Tether, come to the bottom of this channel, probably make a bounce, and that would be pretty sweet. And then what can you get out of that? Well, if you happen to get the bottom of this channel and ride it back to the top, that could be like 14%. So, and if you look at if you kind of look at the time, the ranges, the time it's taken to get from bottom to top, basically make a move, it would make sense that's about 10 hours or so. You can make 14%. That ain't too bad. And of course, once again, sometimes you don't see it because the chart's a little busy. But if I was to look at this and go, boom, 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 and then just take that and move it, sometimes that kind of gives you an idea what's happening. You can see it's moving up. Most likely we'll find a bounce before too long on Porto, and move back up. These are all fan tokens. So I'm going to start watching these explicitly because for whatever reason, fan tokens are doing pretty well. So sorry if that wasn't super good, but I think it was good enough. Okay. And let's look at some fun stuff. Okay. Real quick before we get out of here. Friday was the highest put option volume session in history. This is why I'm kind of a little bit hesitant to long anything today, or even really short it. I could short, but I'm not really feeling that either. I'm kind of waiting for Monday. So here's the deal. Friday was the highest put option volume session in history. So I read this. I'm not going to kid you. I don't even understand a lot of it really, but so puts mean in the traditional market, I'm betting on it going lower usually. So and that's something. So if that was if Friday was the highest put option volume in session history, that's pretty crappy, right? So just even though I don't totally understand this article, just beware. I will stick it over there in the chat or in the live chat here because if you care to check it out, trade at your own risk, whatever, just it's a little crazy. I saw that and looked at some of the numbers that you can see here, and it really was a lot of friggin' puts. So something to think about. Definitely that is not confidence that we went into Friday with. Here, this intense looking lady here. She's nicer than she looks. Not that she looks mean or anything, but she's approachable. You know what I mean? She's a nice lady. Anyway, I'll share this link. Coming at why this is just for fun. High octane speculation. It's weekend, so bear with me. Let's have some fun. These puts, that is not to me telling me that Monday is going to be strong. Okay, I'm just saying. My opinion, that does not denote a powerful Monday. Okay, and what's funny is this is something that's going around. People are seeing, and I wonder if this affected the whole put thing. Whether you believe this stuff or not, people are noticing this. I'm hearing about it everywhere, so I'll mention it here. Okay, a coming economic crash, Schmitta, as I hear it called. It's a new 7-year cycle beginning in a few days. And the Shemitah cycles, it's a Jewish thing. Jewish holidays are important. Economic destruction has happened on the end of Shemitah cycles. So I'm not sure if there's a Shemitah every year and then it's every 7th there's a market dump, or it's every 7 years and then the market dumps. But I've seen people take charts and retroactively, go back, of course, look at a chart, and by golly, the Shemitah tends to the market, just check it out yourself. Just you can Google it. I don't want to go into it too much because I don't want to sound weird. It's just the thing is that do any research you might like to do, but basically the Shemitah is ending, I do believe, the 26th, like Monday, I think, and so we're kind of right in the midst of that. And just beware, highest puts ever, Shemitah ends, or you should say it's the Shemitah cycle and the beginning of the cycle. So anyway, boom, there you go. Sorry, Fat Son at Nuts. I put a link to her little YouTube. It's kind of fun. We'll see what happens. Just the Shemitah, it's there you go. Cycle. What do you do? I mean, sometimes the crazy stuff is real. Huge amount of puts. Shemitah basically, I do believe, kind of ending on Monday. That cycle is going to come to its end, and a lot of people are talking about it. Hedge your bets, okay? High octane speculation. We're in the realm of pure craziness right now, but it is Sunday, so not a lot's happening in the markets. I'm just gonna, talk about some crazy stuff, right? Here you go. S&P 500. We're seeing positive future on that. For the Dow, we're seeing positive future. NASDAQ mini, we're seeing positive future. Russell 2000, seeing positive future. So, especially with the fight with the S&P, the mini here, we're seeing a positive 1.77% I do believe, for Monday. That's pretty darn good. So massive puts on Friday. Schmidt, I think cycle ending right about now, or it ends Monday. It's kind of right about now somehow or the other. She goes into it more if you care to watch that video. But we also do have a positive outlook for Monday on the S&P futures. Bitcoin will do what the S&P does, and the rest of the crypto market will do what Bitcoin does. Something else that we looked at, the ones that are the blockchain education alts that we go over every week, we adjust those, and we look at what's going to be good, and we're all in the chat room together over there, and we're all kind of hanging out. And also there are now there's actually managed trading there. So if you want to just dump a certain money of BTC and USDT in the pot, they have managed trading, and it's actually pretty darn cool. It's a rather exciting time. So always risking everything, but they have some interesting new features you might want to check out. But if you also want to just watch videos, learn an amazing trading methodology, it's right there. And also if you want to just kind of watch the weekly calls and see what cryptos are hot that are moving up, whether Bitcoin is or not, because some always are, well, every week you can get charged up on what coins to watch. We're all in the chat room together. We're noting which ones are moving well. We're getting in. We're making money. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So come join the team if you'd like. That's blockchain education if you so desire to come and join. As a matter of fact, because I've already gone, probably gone too long on this video anyway. But here it is. If you want, in the chat, there's the link if you want to come check us out. It'd be nice to see you join the team and come in for the big win. So futures looking good for Monday. There you go. Check out what happens. Russian and Ukraine conscripts from Donbass fighting in Ukraine with rifles from the 1800s. Well, that's not true. The Mosin was designed about 1890 or so. It's not a World War I era rifle, which some people have said. It's a World War II era rifle, really. Anyway, the thing is, this is really not a story that truly stands out. It's not true. It's not true. It's piffle. It's totally made up. It's crap. But it doesn't really matter, because what I liked is for one thing, yes, you will see Mosins in that arena, but no. The story is just propaganda. It's total crap. But what I liked about this, and what I wanted to mention is this: believe in yourself. I know this is a weird thing, but it's Sunday, okay, and the market's been crazy, so I'm delirious. Do you know who, even if the Donbass militia, which is now being formalized as a part of the Russian military, was armed, well, sure as crap would be with AK-74s and 47s, all right? That's stupid. It's not Mosins, right? But do you know who liked Mosins? Hot Russian chicks in World War II. They liked Mosins a lot. So the Russians, women didn't do too well on the very, very front lines. But you know what? Women are naturally better shots than men because of their they have wider hips, basically. They're better shots. And unlike men, they listen. And so anyway, the Russian women loved their Mosin Nagants. And so there were the whole whatever their structure is, whole groups of Russian women who were ripping the Germans apart. There was a German lady with a rifle shooting Germans at 1,000 yards all day long. They used to call them like the like the lady killers. They called them like the killer ladies. They call them the witches. The Germans had all kinds of names for them, but these chicks were badass. So you know what? Even if you only got a Mosin, this turned the tide of war. These girls are extremely young. This is terrible, but pretty much in Russia, you want equal rights. Everyone's got them. You can go to the front line and shoot. Okay, so wave the little helmet there, attract some attention. Watch for muzzle flash, and this chick here would cap their ass. So, rare photographs of deadly Soviet women snipers, 1941, 1945. So even if I know it's weird, but it's a propaganda story. It's complete crap. No, not even the Donbass militia is using friggin' Mosins. That's stupid. But even if they were, man, you know what? 7.62 by 54 rimfire cartridge out of one of these things surplus. If they do have a bunch of them, I'm telling you what, I would not want to be facing these crazy ladies or a bunch of anybody. So something about this where they think they're putting them down, saying, oh, well, look, all they got is Mosins, which is not true. But even if they did, that would be so righteously badass, you're still in trouble. You're still in trouble because, smart, beautiful, and deadly 19-year-old Soviet sniper Rosa Shanana had 59 confirmed kills in 1945, and there were Russian sniper chicks who had hundreds. So before you get too full of yourself, they got emotions. Even if they did, this chick would be capping your Ukrainian butts. So anyway, take care. This is a delirious video. I hope this was some fun. Remember, for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, you honor Rosa Shanana's memory. And take care. Hope this wasn't too crazy. See ya.